to thinking about planting the potatoes. I'll be doing the first earlies right now. Variety is called Swift, and they'll be going, well, some of them will be going into these 30 litre buckets. We're using 4 tubers in each bucket, and I say we'll be trying this, the Clover Potato and Vegetable bag, just to see how that does with the potatoes in the bucket. Right, let's have a look what's inside this bag, the potato and veg. Looks alright. Smells good enough. I'll be using this compost as is. There'll be no additives at all. I will be doing 1 or 2 buckets with my usual mix, which has got 6x added. Reading on the back of this bag, they're actually built so you can plant direct into the bag with whatever. Peppers light on the side and upright if you want to put potatoes in. So they've obviously had to think about the formula for the compost. The chits are just right now on these first earlies. So hopefully it won't be long before they're actually showing at the top of the bucket. Usual rules as everyone else does. With the bucket I'll put the first couple of potatoes in line with the handles. So that'll go there. That one will go there. Just rest them with the soil. And then it's just a matter of filling them up. I just added about another 3 or 4 inches before adding another couple of potatoes at the opposite side. I'll probably do. I'll just put these at the opposite way. What I'm going to do now, I'm going to fill this bucket up to within about an inch, 2.5 centimetres at the top. So it saves risk damaging the foliage of the potatoes, the haulms, when you're adding compost. So the next time I hopefully need to touch this, apart from watering, is when I tip it out for some nice young potatoes. I'm just finishing watering off now, and that's it, all the potato buckets are in the greenhouse. Well, he joined me early doors today, taking advantage of that extra hour we got this morning. It was very, very cold first thing, but the sun's just coming up now. It's burning the mist and that off, and hopefully we're in for a good day like we've had for the last 2 or 3 days. You may recall from the last video that I had a little moan about the quality of the fen early onion sets sent by Marshalls, and also the very, very poor customer services I received when I contacted them. Well, to date I still haven't received any refund into my account, so I'll be chasing that up and I'll keep you posted how that goes. I was surprised to read in the comments how many other people have had the same issue as well. It's and it wasn't only from the one seed company as well, so it's worth keeping an eye on these things and also highlighting it, let other people know what's happening as well. Some good did come out of it eventually anyway. Not long after I was contacted by a few people. One of them is a guy called Jerry from growseed.co.uk. That's a company I wasn't aware of, so I've checked out the website and I've got some decent stuff. I'll put a link underneath for you to go and have a look yourself as well. Unfortunately, Jerry hadn't got no heat-treated onion sets, but he did offer to send me a batch of the stew run sets as well. But in the meantime, I'd been contacted also by DT Brown, a lady called Ellie there had been in touch. And although all our heat-treated sets that do a complete collection had gone, it sold out, they did still have some high-tech, and they offered to send me some. And duly enough, arrived in the post. These arrived completely free of charge. It was, say, looking at the quality, considering now fairly well into the season, the quality of these sets are excellent. Very, very firm, but more important for me, they're all uniform shape and all is now oblong and narrow, so I'll be planting them very soon. I'll keep you updated how that goes. Once again, I'd like to thank Ellie from DT Brown for taking the trouble to get in touch and sending these. These are the onions there. I've actually gone through them, inspected them all, checked them for any softness, wrinkles or anything. Those are the acceptable ones and these are the rejects. None. Everyone in there is acceptable for planting, so let's get cracking. That's the first tray put in. I must say these onion sets are superb quality. Still got those to go, so I'll probably get at least one more, maybe 2 trays out. I'll soak them from underneath, but I'll also give them a little spray from the top just to bed the compost in around the bulb. Originally, when I opened the onion sets, I said there was no rejects. However, closer inspection found these 2 here, but there's 61 sets in total, so 2 out of 61 rejects is a pretty good success rate, I thought. Rather than leave that cell there empty, I'm going to be putting that one in, and that's then planted. I'm going to be sowing some flowers next, and this is something I've never grown before, a flower called zinnia. I was attracted to it by the picture on the front, and it says on the back, highly prized by gardeners and good for a cut flower. So let's get these in and see how these go. I'm sowing this in a 1/4 seed tray using the Bloom and Grow multi-purpose compost. I've firmed the compost down. I'm just going to give it a light dampen first, so the seed can contact it. The seed is not too dissimilar to marigold seed and that sort of seed, if you're familiar with that. So there's an average of 20 seeds in, so I'm going to put a lot in. Apparently these say very good cut flowers, and they're a half hardy annual, which means that it's a one-trick pony. It'll do all its growing and showing in 1 year. And also half hardy means definitely not to go out before any signs of frost have passed. So I'll just pop all these in and then I'll get back to you. It said on the packet that germination takes anything 14 to 21 days, and also not to exclude light, but I'll just give that a very, very fine covering of vermiculite, and I'll put that into the heated propagator now to let it go. Staying on the flower front, I'm going to be sowing these next, and these are Rudbeckias. I've grown these before, and they do last for quite a long while. It says on the packet they attracted ladybirds, which has got to be a good thing for the garden. I've got the seed here, and it's really, really fine, so I'll just be going it straight onto the top of the soil, broadcast as liberally as I can, and I'll give it a light slide covering with vermiculite, not much, and hopefully they'll be up quite soon. The Ishikura spring onions that I planted earlier have really come up well, and I'm ready to go out now. So for my next sown, I'm going to do this variety. I've never tried them before, but they get good reviews, and this one called Ramrod. I'll be sowing them exactly the same method there, bunches in little cell trays, and then pop them out. Another new one for me. This is Brassicas and kohlrabi. These seeds was kindly sent to me by Mike Herdis, and as you can see, the packet and information is in German, but I guess all seeds sow the same regardless of what country they come from. The wonders of technology, eh? We've got the German description on the back of the seed packet there, and by quickly moving my phone over the top, I'm not sure how well this will show up, but with the Google translator it does a fairly good conversion of what the English equivalent is, and that's more than good enough for me. Seed is just like normal brassica seed, round circular things. I'm going to put 2 or 3 in each planting hole, and hopefully some of them will germinate. I know I've harped on about it a number of times, but that cowl frame really has been a godsend to me. It's, you can see how the brassicas have done really well. With a slightly cooler temperature, having the vents on there, the plants do much slower, and the result they come out much sturdier and thicker. I think it's about time now we started planting these on, or potting them on into 2.5, 3 inch pots. As with all brassicas, you can plant them deeper than they come out of the seed tray. In fact, right the way up to just below the seed leaves if you want. And also, don't be afraid to firm the soil, because they do like quite a firm root ball. With that in the pot there, it's time to give them a drink from underneath, and it is a warning. Remember to label them properly before you change the variety, because at this stage they do look very similar. Got 16 Crispus Brussels sprouts potted up and all labelled there. And so with the labelling system now, I'm able to fill the rest of the space up in this tray with another brassica and not fear it from getting mixed up. I think it's fair to say that spring has definitely sprung, with the border flowers showing up out in the border. Beautiful colours, lovely and fresh. It's a great time of year. Saying that, the last few days we've had quite a lot of rain and the temperature's dropping, but hopefully it's just a little blip that we're encountering, and we'll be back on track soon. Still lots of other things to do on the allotment, and I forgot to mention, I got contacted by Emma on my Instagram account. She's over in Birmingham on the plot. You may remember Dave Taylor's trying to get back into shape. Well, she tipped me off, and also sent me some photographs and video of some more clearing, what's happened, and I did pop over and see Dave, have a little chat. So in the next video I'll put you up to speed on the progress they've made since. So that's all from me for this one. I've still got plenty to do, so I'm going to crack on with that, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye for now.